live. And here we go. So, as you can see, we're on the transformation journey talking about transformation and how I changed. You know what I mean? How I changed, my journey, what I did to change, and some of the, you know, the changes that still stick with me, because that's not gonna change. All right. So some things that has helped me over a long period of time. Like I said some years ago, when I was struggling and anger has taken over my life. Start running my life, start running the show. And that was a tragedy. You know, that was a rough time. Ruthless Ruth, how are you? Appreciate you. Good to see you stopping by. Thank you. Hope all is well with you guys down there in Florida. So, like I said some years ago, when thank you very much, Ruth. I like saying Ruthless Ruth. I want to say Ruth, but I'm like, nah, Ruthless Ruth is sounds way more cooler. Oh, damn, it's cold down there. We were, it was cold up here. I think a few days ago, it got really, really cold a few days ago here. And I was, because I run every day, so I was outside running and telling you, it was freezing out there. So, I put on like 2 layers. Typically, I just run in 1 layer, but that day I put on 2 layers. Like, it's so cold, I have to wear like 2 layers. Yeah. Lynn, good to see ya. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming back. All right, and folks. So, like I said some years ago, when I'm doing well, Lynn. How are you? So when like I said, I allowed anger, to take over my life, and that was a pretty sad time. It was a pretty rough time. I lost, people, friends, and even close people who were close to me. Like because I just did not know how to handle that situation I was going through at the time, because I felt disrespected, and you know pretty much I felt, the lowest I've ever been. Like, not, it's not the first time, but that time I felt so low at that time in my life. So what I did then, I just dive deeper and deeper into the anger and the bitterness and the hatred, and because I felt disrespected at the time, because people promise you something and then they turn around and said, pull it, take it away back from you. Like, oh, I'm not gonna give you this because you don't deserve it. I think that's what happens there at the time. And so I did not know anything about this whole work on yourself and transform your life and make yourself better. I heard of it, but no one has never really explained it to me. So, oh, talking about it, my journey in transformation, how I change from, that, get out of that low state, that sad, depressing state, to feel much more happy, more confident, more kind, more loving, more caring, more compassionate. And these are things that I have to, go back and work on, to bring myself back, to be a decent human being again. Because, like I said, the anger was running the show for a long time, and that wasn't some. I did not want that to happen at all, but that is what happened, and I have to accept that. So if you want to call that a defeat, we can call it that. So I have to accept that defeat. But after I got on the journey, transformation journey, and I start to see a little bit of light, through the cracks, and I started to work slowly but surely, little by little, and things never really took off until about, say, last year, 2025, when things really took off. It started back in 2024. But 2025 was a great year. I can say it's like one of the best year I ever had. And on this journey here, this transformation journey, working on yourself journey, personal development journey, personal growth journey. That was 2025 was one of the best year. For the first time, I become extremely committed or super committed to my fitness, because I have always liked fitness, but I have never really committed to it in that intensity. So that was a great year, and I found a lot of the resentment, the bitterness, anger, hatred, all that stuff that I carry around for so long, the old trauma from the old programming that these programs, we remind you, we got them while we were children, and they stay there without we knowing really how to fix them. So 2025 was when most of those old trauma program fell off and wash away, because I figure out that anger is actually a habit. When that dawned down on me, that's like a light bulb turn on. So what's going on here? Anger is something that you practice. You do it so many times, over and over and over and over. It is now a habit, not a good habit. Okay? 2023, I was in some other situations. Still, I was trying to work around and still fix as well. So 2023 was really not the worst, but not the best. And there some other transformation took place in 2023 as well. So that's when I started to make some other move as well. But 2023, 2023 was like that. I think that was when I was like crawling out of that the trauma that bugs me down, that holds me down. So that's when so 2024 was when I really kind of start to throw it off, and then said, hey, new life. So yeah. And because when I look at the patterns and I realize that there are some recurring patterns there in my life and I need to fix them. The way how I talk to myself, things that I would say to myself, like, for instance, when I was going through that time and the anger was, like I said, that thing took full hold of my life. Believe me, the anger was in full control. And not until when I got into this personal development work here and I start to work on myself, and the more than I start to see the areas which I was coming up short and I need to fix. What's going on with this guy here, man? Aiden? What's going on with you, man? Are you kidding me, or are you just here to troll? So at the time, now I decided to, went on a journey to actually do this work here. So, like I said, I learned that anger is nothing but a habit. That's all it is. It's a habit. But it's a habit that practiced many, many times throughout the day. That's why it has become so powerful. It became so powerful. And actually, led me into situations which I did not want to be in. Okay? And then I start to look at it. Difficult as difficult as it was. And I told myself, I will overcome this. I will overcome this. Doesn't matter how long it took me. I will overcome this. I'm gonna wake up one day without this anger. So continue on the journey while I keep doing the work. I realize there were some moves I need to make. So I realize I need to be by myself for the time being. So that way I can at least, So I changed my environment. That was a big part, a big one, a big move, a big shift there. I felt a whole lot better. And then I hit the gym as well because I started to work out. Now this was back in 2024. So I started to work out a lot, put in the work. Then from from putting in the work, working on myself, and also reprogramming my subconscious mind because I needed some new programs to, to these are this is how consciously I'm going to live like this consciously now, where I don't need to be angry all the time. Every once in a while, I slip up and get into that space, but I recover and get out of it. But because I know that trigger is still there, so I have to avoid certain people, places, and situations. And undesirable circumstances. I have to stay away from certain things and certain people. So now I make it easier for myself. The people who want to be loved and respected and treated kindly and treated with kindness, care, and compassion, these are the people who I want to be around. Makes it easier for me to give that to them. Some people don't need that. They need to be yelled at and screamed at. Go somewhere else. This is not the place for you. I'm not doing that. All right. So continue on. Now, looking back, if I have this knowledge that I have now, I could have saved myself a lot of headache. But that wasn't the case. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the information. I no nobody came to rescue me because this is something I want a lot of you to take into consideration. Nobody is coming to save you. I don't care what problem you are going through there. There are no saviors, right? It's only going to get worse if you do not fix it. So I recommend start working on your own problems because I strongly believe that the universe gives you certain challenges so that way you can grow. Mine was not the best programming that I got, and that's what I have to work with. And that's what I did. So I continue to work on that program. And I continue to change the program little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece. And I'm still doing it because understand something here. Transformation is a lifelong work. I think a lot of us come into transformation with the mindset that we are going to work on ourselves for a little while and then everything's going to be fine. I have news for you. That is not how it goes. Okay? Right now, I am working at a hotel right now. Uh, but that's not the end goal. You know what I mean? So, a lot of us come into our transformation believing that we're gonna work on ourselves for like 3 months and then everything's gonna be fine. That is not how transformation goes. You are going to be working on this for a very long time to come. That's just how it goes. It is a lifelong work, and you have to do this work here every single day when you get up until you see results. It's like me going to the gym. I go to the gym every single day. Sometimes I see the results I want to see, and sometimes I don't see the results. And I realize that I have to continue on this journey until I see results. Right? So day in, day out, you know. So day in, day out. What did you report, Jonathan? So day in, day out, you have to do this work here, day in, day out, on yourself. You're gonna have to do this work, right? This is not a cakewalk either. And don't let anybody tell you that this is easy, because it's not. And one of the reasons why it is not easy, because you are doing the same thing over and over and over and over, is the repetition. It is repetitive. And whenever something, you have to repeat something over and over and over, it can actually become boring, tiresome, and monotonous. We do not, so you're gonna have to learn how to work through, you know, the tiresome feeling, the monotonous feeling, uh, you know, because you are doing the same thing every day over and over and over. For instance, there are certain audios that I listen to. I listen to those audios every single day, even when I do not want to. I can always skip and go find something new to listen to, but I know that does not change the subconscious programs by just listening to the audio one time, right? You have to listen to the same thing over and over and over. It becomes a habit of listening to the same thing over and over and over. That's how you change the subconscious programs, right? I so when I discover that anger was nothing but a habit, and I find myself practicing that habit less and less. Meaning, even when I want to get angry, I force myself, I try my very best to stop myself. Find some other safe place how to release the anger. Figure out how to find a safe space to release it. Because you can't just go out there screaming and yelling at people. That is not cool, especially people who haven't done you anything. We do not want to do that. We want to avoid talking down to people or talking bad to people. We want to avoid doing that. So less and less, when I want you to find yourself, become aware. Make it less and less that you burst out in an angry way, because it doesn't help. All right. And also, you do not want to draw those people into your vibration either. The people who are just as angry as you only make you more angry. You don't want to do that. So you want to get out of that vibration as fast as you possibly can, or at least reduce the intensity of the anger, little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece. Try get into, like I said, fitness helps me a lot. But also the images that I hold of myself, because I see myself as an angry person for a very long time. Right? And that was a huge problem. Now I see myself as a peaceful person, and that's what I focus on. Doesn't mean every once in a while I don't get irritated. That does happen, because we are human beings. But for the most part, I do not get up and be angry every single day like I used to. So I go to bed happy and I wake up happy. Back in the days, I used to go to bed angry, wake up angry, wake up angry, go to bed angry. I used to do that. I did that for a very long time. And because I did not know how to uh, uh, um, free myself of that, bondage, that that intense negative feeling. I did not know how to free myself from it, and that's exactly, when I started to work on myself. I noticed that's what I really wanted more than anything else. Because I set out on this journey here to get money. That's what I really want. I really wanted to earn some money. Then I realized that money is probably the last thing you are going to get. So why not just start working on yourself instead? Highly recommend hybrid fitness. Highly recommend hybrid fitness. Get into the gym, get in shape, work out, run, lift weights, push ups, pull ups. You're gonna have to do the work. Make yourself be more attractive, right? So that's something that I highly recommend. Hybrid fitness. Get in, yeah. Start working out. Start changing your life. And watch what you say, how you talk. The next part is to change the way how you talk. How you speak says a lot about you. You speak in an angry, mean, nasty, rude way. Don't worry. you're gonna get back a lot of feedback. You do not want it at all. So we want to avoid getting that harsh feedback from the people in the environment, right? So we're going to talk respectfully to other people. And one way how to do that is to change your vocabulary. The words that you use speaks volume, says a lot about you. We do not want to just use any word, right? There are some words that we're just not going to use anymore. The way how we talk to ourselves and the way how we talk to other people, we're going to change all of that. So we're going to change both. Now, when I'm speaking to myself, I speak to myself. I tell my, I am kind, I am loving, I am caring, I am peaceful. I am compassionate, I am calm, I am quiet, I am relaxed. Speak to myself in that way, right? Instead of me going out there and saying, "No, I'm at this and I will do this," and it's like, no, we do not want to show up in the world like that. People are looking at us, they are listening to us, and they are saying that, "Oh, that's how you are." I don't want anything to do with you. So just try at least work on being peaceful. What's the worst can happen with you being a peaceful person? Most people will gravitate to you, draw to you, and they will like you. Bad behavior, negative behavior, angry behavior, people are gonna wanna, return to you, give you what you dish out, and you do not want that. So we want to avoid, and stay away from that as much as we possibly can, right? Now, so find some time. It would be nice if you work, if they would let you listen to audios while you are working. It would be beautiful, and you could spend and you could spend that time. Thank you, Isa. Appreciate you. And you could spend that time um, listening to some good audios. If you could do that, if your job would allow you to listen to audios, one of the audio that I recommend you listen to, because remember here, this is for reprogramming purposes. The way how you reprogram yourself is through repetition. It means that you are gonna listen and hear and play and repeat the same darn thing. When should you stop? Never, I would say. That would be my answer. Because you're gonna have to get good at changing the subconscious programs. It is running your life, it is running the show. Your life that you are living right now is a printout of your subconscious programs. Whatever you do, your habits, your rituals, your routines, all these things that you do, how you speak to yourself, how you speak to other people, nothing but your program. You're going to have to intentionally go in there and change that for yourself and for others as well. Become a likable person. Become a positive person. And also stay positive. And this is when the work comes in. And you do this work every single day you get up. All right? Keep on hearing these positive affirmations repeating to you morning, noon, and night. Will change your life. Make your life a whole lot better than what it is right now. Our goal is to start speaking like these guys, or these people, men and women who make these audios. That's our goal. It's just, of course, they've pretty much done the work for you already. Your job now is to listen to them over and over and over and over and change the program. So work on your fitness. That's your external image of yourself. You respect yourself enough You are disciplined enough to go down to the gym and do the work, right? So that's discipline. Discipline, consistency, commitment, repetition, all these things comes into play. That's what changes your life, right? You gotta get committed to change your own life. Look for the things that's holding you back. They are there. If you take a good look, you can see patterns in your own life, and you recognize those patterns, and you move away from them and move towards the things that would make your life better. It's not so difficult at all. But I know a lot of us don't take the time out to actually start look at the things that's holding us back. You gotta take a look at it. Look at what's holding you back, and you're gonna have to make up your mind. Do I want to continue to live like this? Do I want to free myself from this? Do I want to stay with this? Or I want to break free? Human beings, we tend to act crazy and sometimes irrational when we're not free. We like our freedom. We really do. And that's the reason why we will cause a lot of problems when we're not free. You need that freedom. You need that space. You need that time. The space to be by yourself, and you need that time to work on yourself. So get by yourself, work on yourself. So you need time. You need at least 3 hours a day to do that work that you're supposed to do on yourself. Yeah, you need time. You need a lot of time to work on yourself. Transformation can take way more longer than we possibly think. It's going to take you a long time. So get ready to be in this for the long haul, not a cakewalk. And don't let anybody tell you, oh, we can get you transformed in 6 weeks. Maybe they can get you to transform your life in 6 weeks. But are you gonna transform and stop, or are you gonna keep on continue on the journey? Stay the course. So I don't care how fast they can get you results. Can you keep those results when you get them? Because that is where the trick is. You get the results, can you keep them? Are you disciplined enough? Are you hungry enough? Because that has to do with it too. So, stay the course. Keep working on it. All right? I should say, keep working on yourself. Day in, day out, every single day. Show up. Show up. Do the work. Put in the work. Show up. You haven't got the result. You haven't get the results that you need to get. That's all right. Still show up. Still put in the work. This is daily grind, folks. Every single day. Don't let anybody tell you that you can just do this thing one time and then all is well. No. That is not how it goes. Work on yourself every single day when you get up. Work on your subconscious programs every single day until you see results. You're gonna have to repeat those affirmations over and over and over, even when you see no results. You have to. You just have to keep telling yourself that you are confident, you are powerful, you are strong, you are brave, you are courageous. Keep telling yourself these things. Bold and outgoing. Fearless. You gotta keep telling yourself these things. You are kind, you are loving, you are caring, you are compassionate. Wonderful, beautiful, joyful, peaceful. You gotta keep on telling yourself these things. I'm happy, joyous, and free. I am loving, kind, harmonious, and peaceful. Gotta keep on talking to yourself like that over and over and over and over. I love myself. I respect myself. I'm kind to myself. I value myself. Yeah? You gotta keep in. I am important. You gotta keep on telling yourself these things. This is daily work, and it's part of it. Even when you see no results, keep working. All right, folks. Ryan here with a new video. Looking forward to see you soon in a brand new live. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Bye bye for now.